everyone, quick chicken update. They're nearly 3 weeks old now, and a lot of them are starting to get all their big feathers and stuff, so here's a look. All run away. It's just typical that when you go to record something, everything goes wrong. Mummy chicken's a bit stressed with me being here, because I'm here on my own, not with Andrea, and every time I go and film the chicks, they run away, so it's making things a bit difficult. Yeah, sorry about the really bad footage of the chickens, but I'll try harder next week, I promise.
That was 50 feet, couldn't you? That was 50 feet, couldn't you?
So this is a picture of the kitchen when we moved into the house. The fireplace on the right, get a closer look of it now. It was about 4 foot, just over a metre wide, and took up a fair portion of the corner of the room. Above the fireplace there are a few tiles missing, and the whole roof from the whole house leaked. This is a staircase that went upstairs, although the floor wasn't, you couldn't put any weight on it. There's another side view of the staircase. And this is a view from the other direction, from the kitchen sink where you just saw back to the door, and this is the door from the outside. So this is the kitchen that we lived and worked in for the first 6 weeks. Using gas barbecue to cook on, and just a dresser to keep all the utensils in. After discovering some of the electrics needed a little bit of work, we decided to get a Portuguese electrician to upgrade the whole house. So we've got all new electrics everywhere. After lots of shopping around, we decided on these tiles for the floor throughout the whole house. We blocked up several unnecessary doors with tijolo, and we replaced all the ceiling timbers, and as you can see the roof wasn't in that good a condition, so we replaced the whole roof as well. And eucalyptus beams we kept because they weren't bothered by insects at all. And this is the chimney that was in the corner of the room, which we tarpaulined off to just for the dust more than anything, and then started to knock it down with a acro to support what was left on the roof, and then put a liner in and filled the liner with concrete, and then built a Portuguese granite style chimney breast basically, and then Ange got to work with a big heavy hammer, knocking a hole where the window used to be. They blocked the window up to put the fireplace in. I can't quite understand that, but there we go. And now we have the original window back in situ, and that's the original front door there. So this is a view from the kitchen side, what we now have a kitchen, where we broke through to make a door between the kitchen and the lounge, or what will be the kitchen and the lounge. This is just a quick view of the really rotten roof timbers which is why we had to replace the whole roof for the whole building. This is the new fitted double glazed window. Wherever we had a window in the house, we replaced with a double glazed unit. And this is a crazy fire salamander. We get loads of them, especially when it rains. The yellow parts on their skin is poisonous to cats, dogs, humans, anything. So you shouldn't touch them at all. It's me just being silly. All our animals know not to go anywhere near them. After a bit of rendering and painting, I fitted some cedar shelves with quite an organic look to the lounge, and this is a new Portuguese looking granite wall that we built, a very thin wall to cover the existing wall that was there. More shots of shelves, etc. This is the wood is Western red cedar, and I tried to make it very organic looking. This is a photograph of the kitchen when we moved in, and this is now a video of the lounge that we've made it into. The new granite chimney we made to surround the liner we put in for the wood burner. And this is the start of a collection of a few things, odd things we've found lying around the house, including a stag beetle. This is a shot of the animals looking really confused because the doors are shut and we're filming and they really don't know what's going on. In the centre of the shot here is a heart that I've hand carved out of alabaster, an unfinished project, but then I've got loads of them. And here's a side shot of the wall we built, which is basically just not much more than 4 inches thick, as you can see by the width of the granite. So 4 inches, 100mm thick, 4 meters wide, 2.5 meters tall. Hello everyone. Reason for me clearing all that out was to show you something. Just turn the camera around. You'll find it quite interesting. We have a cave. And this is just a few of the things I dug out today. Beer crates and beer bottles, an oil can, and a few other bits of detritus. Hi, in this final part of the video we're going to show you the process of siphoning the wine into barrels to start its secondary fermentation process. We've got a bit of equipment which I'll show you now, and we'll just make the process a bit quicker so it's not so boring for you guys. So just a quick clip of some of the equipment required: a drill, siphon tubes, spanner, a couple of taps, a sieve and some mesh, and some brew clean. Everything we're using has been fully sterilised. Here we have a few barrels of varying shapes and sizes depending on how much actual wine we get. So here all I'm doing is using a sieve to scoop the skins into a bucket for pressing later. This gives you some idea of how much actual liquid you're going to have, so I chose the appropriate size barrel, which has got a, as I just demonstrated, a seal around the top. Because of the height of the height the wine is sat at, we couldn't stand the barrel up and siphon into it. So after siphoning everything off, we poured the skins back into the press over a piece of hessian and then wrapped the hessian over the top. So now we're assembling the press, a huge press we borrowed from our good friend Pedro. Just putting some blocks in to make up the space, and then the big swivel head, and then the crank arm. We're just now siphoning off what we pressed. Doesn't need filtering anymore because it's already pre-filtered into the barrel. Okay, so now the barrel is hopefully full of wine. Because we didn't have the height to siphon into the top, we've done it through the tap hole. I'll just put the tap on now. I don't want to snap. Check the says off. Here it goes. We'll find out now. So, our final ingredient to the wine is egg white. Adding the egg whites to the wine adds a softness, and it attracts harsh tannins, so altogether it makes the wine a bit more smoother at the end. Just a quick taster. Oh my god, it's young. And a little secret. So the purpose of whisking this wine is not to introduce oxygen, which is the last thing you want to do. It's to remove the existing carbon dioxide that's suspended in the wine. As you can see here, the bubbles, with continued whisking, the bubbles that are formed on the top are actually carbon dioxide. So there we have it. It'll sit there doing its stuff for about 6 months. And finally, we're just cleaning up all the mess we've made, the pressed skins that are left in the press, and taking them to the compost heap. and maybe elsewhere. In the pressings to the compost heap, but before we do that, follow me. Chucks! 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 Some wine for the chickens. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next week. And don't forget, like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.